Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, cool. So let's get started. What do we have? What do we have? So we really do want to make a really big push into emailing this weekend. Like we said a couple of days ago, it didn't seem like the influencer route was going to work. And again, it's not that we didn't believe that it made sense. We still believe it makes sense. It's the fact that we're not getting any reception, which is two different things. And of course, you could not get reception for a host of reasons, right? It doesn't have to be you personally, because nobody knows me personally. No one that we emailed, hey, good morning, Ian, is like, oh, well, I worked with Anthony before and I don't like him, right? So we'll continue figuring that out. Sometimes in this world, you need to be the flame, not the moth, which is what Rhino's built on, right? Like we're building the stuff. All these different influencers and people that operate on the internet, a lot of them are just have personality. They're pushing other people's products, or they're like, hey, look at my muscles, or something. Hey, Frida. Frida, I just emailed you, by the way. Something that isn't really blood, sweat, and tears, right? And of course, you could say, well, muscles or health or something is certainly a struggle. It's a thing. Yeah, it is, but it's good for them. It's not like they've made something that they could pass along. And even if you said, well, they put together a curriculum or they put together a workout plan, well, yeah, so is everyone else, right? So I still believe on a very objective basis that those that haven't given us the time of day now will be knocking our door down. And the funny part is the only difference between now and then is just awareness. Like that's literally it. So that's pretty cool. Also, the bot is coming along quite well. We're going to work on it today. I really want it to be out for tonight. That's always been the goal, and I'm going to stay on top of it. We saw some updates yesterday, but it's still kind of like a process. Same thing with Whisper, the service being a bit of a pest, but I've told everyone, guys, it's now Thursday. It seems like it was Monday yesterday, but it's now Thursday. This stuff needs to be completed. I'm not really interested in coming out every day and saying, oh, well, I said this, but so that stuff is being worked on. I saw a Rhino this morning. Somebody sold close to 400 Rhino in one sale, brought it down to $2, which again, when I see that in the morning, I'm like, the first thing I think of is who sold it. And it was such an odd number. It was like 368, 42. So it made me realize, because the proceeds amount hey Brian, didn't equal a fixed number. It equaled like $748.27. So it made me think somebody sold their entire account. So I looked, and somebody did. All the Rhino they had, they sold it. So I want to see who that person was. That person has a $25 a week account with us that was on invoice that they have not completed the invoice since January. So I took a look at it, and then it's funny. So when somebody sells something, you could see their entire wallet, right? Like you could pull it out and see everything that person owns. And when I took a further look into their wallet, because I'm such a creep, right? Like I love inspecting all of this stuff. Rhino was the only coin they could sell, which actually got me thinking. There is so life. I like saying things like life offers this. It sounds like so silly, but there are slivers, kind of like Laffer curves. There's slivers where the variables equal a likely outcome. And what I mean by that is Rhino is successful enough that everyone feels confident that they could get their money in and out. As far as crypto goes, that's kind of like the number one thing, right? So we make sure we do the big things right. Okay. But Rhino has not gained the traction yet for anyone to fear that they're going to miss out on the big run. So when you have something that is very stable, secure, and liquid, and you don't have the fear that you're going to miss out on anything, then in an environment where all of the other stuff failed at being stable, secure, and liquid, well, you only have one or two things that are liquid. So when you need money, where do you go? So maybe a couple of those other things that you have that are liquid have a sexier story. Like, oh my God, this is happening, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, I don't want to miss out on that. Or actually, even more to the point, maybe you're down on that stuff, right? Like there are a lot of times that you have a loss on something, but it's just ego. I've never quite understood it. But you know what? I'm not selling this at a loss. I refuse to lose on this. So you hold it. And you say, well, if I loved it at 10, it's now 5. It could certainly go back to 10 or at least 7, right? Like I'm not going to sell it there. But when you have something like Rhino, which is you don't have the fear it's going flying, you don't have the fear that it's crashing, you have the certainty that it's liquid, in that environment, Rhino gets sold. And why not? That's logical. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you need money and you don't fear that you're missing anything, well, then you go ahead and do that. Because if you could go ahead and sell Rhino today and then come back a week from now and buy it at the same price, and at the same time over that week, fulfill the goal you had or plug the hole or whatnot, that makes sense. So when I see certain accounts like that, where they haven't been paying the weekly, they have an obscure amount, they haven't bought since January, nothing else they own is worth anything. Okay, right, I get it. But to that point, that person sold everything. They have no more to sell. There's nothing left to sell for that person, which actually continues the math behind and what we were sharing about a week or two ago. That the coin that people are selling or the coin that they have that's highly profitable, like the $1, the $1.50, the $1.25, whatever, that's finite. There's only so much of that exists. The more of it that gets sold equals the higher the cost basis, the higher average price of all the coin is, right? So if everyone sold all their coin that they got at $1, well, now what's the average of the coin that's left, right? Now, if everyone sold all their coin that they got at $1.25, what's the average of the price of the coin that's left? As the price of the value of the coin that's left gets closer to 2, or God forbid, even higher than 2, because we were higher than this for a short period of time, well, now you come into the equation that we just played out. Well, I own it right here. Why would I sell it here? I actually own it higher than here. Why would I sell it at a loss? I got it at the bottom. It's right here. Why would I sell it? And it's that behavior that allows us to, as the coin gets sold, we celebrate it like good. It's gone. That person was not a strong hand, and God bless. Be that as it may, that doesn't stop what we're doing. So actually, good news, bad news. So so a little bit of funny news. Well, maybe not funny, but when I did the numbers yesterday and shared that we had 373 accounts, I miscounted. So I didn't realize that the reporting metrics that I had already counted numbers that I did not think they counted. So I double counted. That's 7 accounts. So realistically, we had 366. And then the same thing the day before, the day before, the day before. So we've been overstating it. Not purposely, right? But I caught it today and I was like, oh, F-U-C-K, right? Like, oh. Is it? Actually, I don't think I've ever spelt a bad word before. So, well, on public, right? So sorry about that. But I was like, P-O-O-P, right? I was like, oh, poop. It's like, I really don't want to report a number that's less than yesterday. Like that's, we're talking about all this good stuff that's happening. And then what happened was 6 accounts got added since yesterday. So 373 yesterday is actually 372. So it is down 1, but over the course of overstating by 7. So I do want to share the good news, bad news of that, right? The bad news being, okay, well, we're down an account than what we thought yesterday. The good news being, well, we've never really had that number yesterday. That was a reporting error. And as such, we gained 6 accounts overnight. And it's been kind of cool because we've been gaining anywhere from about 2 to 5, 2 to 6 accounts every single day. And that's a good thing, right? So we're going to continue doing that. Now, when the accounts come on, they come on through Quattro. And those accounts are 1, 25, 50, 100, 500, and 1,000. No one's gone over 100 yet. But we have been noticing that a lot of people choose the $1 when the choice is 1 and then it jumps to 25. I don't think I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take a look at Kartra and just make sure that I'm easily able to toggle the person up. So for instance, with Stripe, if I said, hey, listen, Abdul or Anthony, you're on the like the $10 plan. Can I move you to the $15 plan? And you said yes, I could go and just click the button. I think it's the same with Kartra. I really hope it is. I'm pretty sure it is, so I'm going to confirm that today. Because if it's not, then, it gets a little more difficult because then we have to delete the account to put on a new account, which I guess actually might be the same exact thing. Because all your payment details are in Kartra. Okay, so let's just erase everything I just said. Everything is fine. But in which case, I do want to reach out to those people. Hey, welcome on. You just joined. You're at the $1. You were on the trial. Would you like to move up a little bit? And maybe we have something special. I don't know. But the point being, what we've always known is that we were always able to move people up. In fact, up until the last 3-4 months where we started reinvesting in things and kind of lost a little bit of the glitz and glam, we were $26, $27 account. Now we're at $13.50, $14. That's a lot of room to still move up. But we're not worried. And again, we're not worried about the account. We want the number of accounts. That's all that matters. And that's what we're really excelling in right now. So we're going to continue that. So the affiliate, the influencer thing, I don't think is really going to be much. But guys, we have like close to 400 members of Rhino as is that are part of the plan. We have about 90,000 emails that get sent out every day. There's about 12,000 unique opens every single day. I don't see the reason why we can't actually just do it ourselves. And the problem with that is everyone has to actually do it. And unfortunately, because I'm not in your home standing over your shoulder, everyone has a certain bit of laziness, or the next guy will do it. So I wanted to actually take a little bit of that out. So the email that we sent yesterday in terms of talking about this weekend's push, in the attachments, we went through and actually gave you step-by-step how to export all of your contacts out of your cell phone. Now, what you may not know is the people that are in your cell phone, of their contacts, their emails get pulled. So their contact card includes their email because their contact card is coming from their phone. Their phone automatically pulls their email and puts it all into a nice little place because they use that to do whatever, right? Like order Pizza Hut. But that is translated over to you. So if you go through your phone and just press someone's button and take a look at contact details, you'll see their email more times than not. There is a way that you could go ahead and export, actually download all of your contacts onto an Excel spreadsheet, in which case you can see Abdul, Anthony, Brian, and then their email right next to it. In fact, you could do the same thing with your email. So your email platform obviously has your email and obviously has the emails of everyone that's ever emailed you. Well, you could go through your emails and say, okay, let me manually move over Susie or manually move over Timmy, or you could export all of your email contacts and put them on the same spreadsheet. If you're from an alumni organization, there's plenty of material for you to go ahead and reach out to your college, friends and family. The point is, the reason I identified those three, outside, of course, you know who you have. You already know the people you email, right? Like, so you have those people. But those three are really very unique in the sense that these are the people that you interact every day with. They're in your cell phone. They're in your active email, right? Like these are the people that you talk to. Now, whether any one of those people decide to join or not, that's a different thing. In fact, the emails we wrote that we provided you in the same email, because we gave you sample copy, even says, hey, listen, I'm not telling you or recommending for you to do it, but I'm just letting you know that I'm in it, and it might be good for you to take another look at it, right? And that's a very honest message. I know you, you know me, I'm in something I'm passionate about. I would like to share it with you. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you that I'm in it and I believe it's going to work. So here, if you believe it's going to work, you could get in too. And by the way, I'm getting compensated. I accepted a rewards program that it compensates me 10 RHINOBUX for every person that joins. So full disclosure. And when you get in, you'll have the same opportunity. That's the email. So I don't know of one that's more honest or straightforward. Like that's the way it should be. I also included some viral, or I guess you can't really say viral until it goes viral, right? But some like sexy looking social media posts. Like, hey, check this out, bling, bling, bling. Also some really cool pictures, some AI pictures that we came up of Rhino. So we have a whole slew of things that we're offered to you. In fact, we even gave you our email copy for the last week that actually has been working really well. So we're giving you everything so that you could participate. Because at the end of the day, it's not, I said it to my team earlier today. There's very often times in life that you think you're the boss of the situation. Like a lot of people think I'm the boss of Rhino. In fact, the only person that doesn't think I'm the boss of Rhino is me. And I think I'm in a unique position to know what I am. And I can tell you, you may think I'm the boss of Rhino until the internet in the world gets shut down, right? You may think I'm the boss of Rhino until Binance goes belly up and the coin goes to zero, right? Like there's a lot of things that make me not the boss. And my point being, oh, I'm going to read that in a second, Bill. And the point of what I'm trying to say is, when we sit here and talk about how good things can be and how what we're projecting to be and what they can be, and we say that we're doing a big push that takes everyone to be a part of it, everyone to affiliates emailing with us, well, I'm not the boss. You're the boss. It's your efforts that are going to directly lead to what's going on. It's not me. I could promise you I email every day. I think everyone sees that. It's not like I'm doing anything less, but it does take some work on your part. And it's not the fact that I'm saying, okay, well, you need to do work because we have a hole to fill and blah, blah, blah. We're compensating you really, really well. So 10 coin per member is, at today's price, roughly $21 for a member. If you add 5 members, you're making over $100 today, right? Like is that chump change? We started this conversation with the fact that everyone has the confidence they could get in and out. So if I sent you the coin, do you believe all of a sudden you couldn't sell it? Do you believe that all of a sudden that when you sell, it's going to go to zero and then everything that we ever did was all for nothing? In fact, it's actually the reverse, because the confidence in your coin and the confidence in the market is going to be directly proportionate to your performance. So say, for instance, everyone's like, oh my God, Ant, guess what? We all brought on 10,000 accounts. That means you owe us 100,000 coin. Oh my God, but 100,000 coin, what if we all sell it? This is going to be a problem. No, because 10,000 accounts brings on 10,000 accounts worth of revenue, income, which means that's what's going to support the coin that goes out and then some. So it's all built to work together. And again, everyone is in the privacy of their own homes. I don't knock on your door. I don't live with you. I would like to. I really would, because I would kind of kick some butt and say, let's go, let's go, let's go. But the proof is always going to be in the pudding. Like, everyone needs to participate. So I'll send out another email today, kind of nudging everyone a little further. I'm going to be doing it. I'll be posting. More important, I really just want to get the bot done. So that's kind of where my focus is, because once the bot's done, then all traffic going to that site is going to close because the bot is that strong. I'm going to add a lot of emails to our emailing. Is that my day? I feel like there's more, but that's it for now. But the point is, if you're not signed up for the affiliate program, do it. And I don't care if you email like 10 people, just do it, right? You can't. You can help this old lady pack. I love you. All right, so Bill, remember, there's a holiday weekend, and that can be both good and bad. Some people may be very busy the holiday traveling, but likewise, what holiday is it? Easter. Oh my God, and I grew up Catholic. I am Catholic. I went to Catholic school my whole life. That's what Rhino's doing to me. I'm like, what holiday is this weekend? Like President's Day? No, just, the rise of our Savior. So anyway, I love everyone. Love, 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 love. Let me go. I'll see you tomorrow, but I am looking at the affiliate stuff because I do expect to see some type of push tonight at 8 p.m. So I'll be emailing, and if you're not, I will find you. Just kidding. Love you.